Namaste. I want to take a few minutes and talk about meditation. Meditation is definitely a journey. It's not a place we start. For most of us, we don't simply sit and start meditating. It takes quite a bit of effort, time, and patience to get our mind to a place where we can actually quiet it and sit in stillness. So when we see, on TV, internet, you see some monks sitting for hours at a time, or in a cave somewhere. They have taken a lot of time to get there. It's not someplace where they just started. So as you work on your meditation practice, the key things are to be patient with yourself, let go of the ego, do not set timers, and just sit until you are done sitting. And over time, that will start to lengthen. But the goal is not to sit for 45 minutes and meditate. Right? The goal is to take the mind to a point of stillness and to a point of silence, a point of no thing, no thought, no place to go, no thing to do, simply breathe. I like to change your mindset a little bit on what meditation really is. Think of it in this aspect. When we pray, we are talking to God. That's your opportunity to sit, to share your thoughts, your feelings, your intentions, maybe ask for assistance. But we do this with caution. God is not a cosmic bellhop. She or he, depending on your preference, is not waiting at our beck and call to provide us with the things that we believe we need or that we want. So when we pray, we have intention, we share our heart, we share our feelings. When we connect on that feeling level, on that emotional level, is where we really start to share. Meditation is your opportunity to listen. No different than in any conversation you have with any other sentient being on this planet. The skill of listening is missed. Far too many of us do not have the ability to truly sit and listen to what the other person is saying. For most of us, most of the time, as someone is talking, we are working on our next response. The mind is thinking and trying to prepare for an immediate response once the other individual stops talking. So that is a great place to practice your meditation. Without meditating, listening. As your listening skills are refined, as they develop, the mind will start to quiet. The mind will start to really engage on what that other individual is sharing with you. We've got to shut off our problem solver. We've got to shut off that desire to just respond and be heard. Prayer is where you're heard. Meditation is where you listen. And this takes time. So again, you really need to be patient with yourself. I highly, highly, highly recommend you do not set a timer. If you're done, if your mind won't quiet, then it's time to stop. Then it's time to stop. We're very cautious we don't get frustrated with ourselves because I didn't meditate for 25 minutes. No one cares. No one knows. I'm not going to ask you how long you meditate. You do not need to share that information with anyone on this planet. This is your personal journey. This is your opportunity to grow closer to God and build that intimate relationship. In yoga, your Ishtadeva, your God, it's your God, not anyone else's. And you can have that God in whatever image is right in your heart. Male, female, Buddha, Krishna, Jesus Christ, Allah. It's a personal, and you don't need to share that with anyone either. That's your choice if you choose to do so. That takes time to get there. So don't frustrate, be patient, and just enjoy the journey as you move down the path. The practice that we're going to do today is a object of beauty, and in this practice you are going to create in your mind's eye something that you hold beautiful. Speaking for me and my examples that I use, I pick a flower. Flowers, I enjoy looking at them, I enjoy growing them, so I pick a flower that means a lot to me. And as I build that flower, create that flower, I give it as much detail or as little detail as you feel in that moment. For me, I watch the stem grow out of the ground, I watch the leaves form, the bud forms, and then it slowly opens, and then I add the color and the detail, the parts that come out through the center, all of that. And again, you can add as much detail or as little detail as you feel in that moment. We're very mindful that we stay focused on the flower, because the mind will do what the mind does, and the mind will think, and the mind will mind, and it will start to stray. So an example of that would be, as I'm focusing on this flower that I've created, this object of beauty, maybe the mind brings a bee in, right? Or a butterfly or something, just to come into that scene, right? Because that's how our mind is currently trained. That's okay. Honor that, respect it, give it its space. The key element is, as the mind takes that bee and has it fly away, we stay on our object. We don't follow the bee. All right, so that is normal, and that will happen. If it doesn't happen the first exercise, at some point down the road, that mind will give you something to distract itself from that single point focus. Honor that, give it its space, and then when it leaves, just make sure you're staying on your object. Now, after some time, I'll give you some stillness just to create that, and it won't be too long, as this is one of our first attempts at this. I'm going to guide you to take this object and pull it into your heart, and you hold that into your heart. Here again, this is personal. No one, unless you choose to decide to share, no one will know what you create. No one will know what it looks like, and there's no one to judge what you create. That's key. No judgment, no criticism. What you create is perfect in its own way. Whatever you create is perfect in its own way. I want that to sit in a little bit, right? We are not critical of what you create in this moment. So I'm going to talk you into the meditation. I'll create some space, some stillness. Then I'll talk you out of the meditation, pulling the object into your heart, and then we will bow out. One other thing I want to point out, so I use a prayer shawl. It's something that I've brought into my practice. It's not just a yoga thing, so a lot of other religions use prayer shawls, and it's just it's a way to kind of wrap yourself in this garment that is yours. Our clothes, our objects, they build our energy, And I only wear this when I'm meditating or praying. And I also create a sacred space in my home. So before we talk into it, I'm going to turn my camera. You can kind of see the altar that I've created just to create this sacred space. And that's really key, because the mind will start to recognize that it's time to meditate. In the morning when I rise, I brush my teeth, I get ready, and then I come down to my room. And I got a little heater because it's in the basement. It can be a little cold because I want to be comfortable. And then I light an incense. I have some candles that I light, and I sit in the same place, in the same way, every time, and I meditate. My mind knows that it's time to meditate. So it doesn't mean it won't still be distracted. It doesn't mean that it's not going to want to mind. But over time, that the challenging moments of trying to keep the mind here will start to minimize. So again, gentle with ourselves. We allow this practice to grow and to build and to nurture over time. And I can't emphasize that enough. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera, give you this opportunity to look at what I have set up. We'll talk through. We'll turn the camera back to myself after the complete meditation, and I'll wish you the best through this journey. So I want you to find a comfortable position to rest in. Gently close your eyes. Relax your tongue down and away from the roof of your mouth. Relax your throat and your soft palate. And on your next inhale, we're going to slowly start to lengthen our breath to a slow 4 or 5 count in your head. Just this nice, long, steady inhale. Taking our time, we start to lengthen the exhale so that the inhale and exhale are the same length. We're mindful that we do not cause any anxiety or stress. So adjust the inhale length as needed so that the breath is stress-free. After your next inhale, we add a slight pause. Exhale and pause. Now in your mind's eye, the eyes gently close. I want you to begin to create any object that you feel in your heart is beautiful. This is a moment to feel what is beautiful. Don't overthink it. And allow yourself to create this object. to see your object and surround it in golden white light, into an orb of golden white light. And you're going to take this object and you're going to pull it into your heart center, right into your chest. And as you pull this object into your chest, this object of beauty that you have created, feel the warmth, feel this golden white light begin to expand from your heart center, surrounding your entire body with warmth, with goodness, with peace, shanti, with bliss, ananda. For you and you alone have created this object. It is for you and you alone. Allow this feeling to emanate through every cell of your body. Sit in this feeling state. And you can slowly begin to open your eyes. Om Purna Madaha Purnadidam Purnat Purna Muda Shate Purnasya Purna Madaha Purna Musha Shate. All is perfect. If you take from perfect, you have perfect. What you have left is perfect. For only perfect can come from perfect. God is perfect. You have come from God. You are perfect. You just haven't realized it yet. Be gentle, be kind, be humble, be wise. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste in my mind, on my lips, and in my heart. Thank you. Have a blessed day.